close your camera and start walking. I think you've been told to stay off this property.
I'm on public property.
You have no reason to be videotaping that police department, and I'm going to ask you one more time nicely to move on, sir. If you think I'm telling you something wrong, then you can appeal above my head about it.
I'll do that.
Well, you do that.
I'm on public property, on public
you're about
sidewalk.
to be in a public jail.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Peeps, and in today's video I dug deep into the First Amendment audit archives. A blast from the past, if you will, bringing to you what I consider to be some of the very best clips of First Amendment auditors doing what they do best, holding our public officials accountable. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Leave a comment and a like to help this video spread for others to enjoy. As always, I will leave the links to all the original videos in the description below, so be sure to visit their channels and show them your support. Now let's get into the video.
What's going on today?
Hey, officer, how are you?
What's going on today?
Officer, what's your name?
Barber.
Officer Barber. You're Quincy? I thought they called county.
They call both of us.
I'm just out here taking photos out in public, that's all.
The prison?
Yes, sir.
Are you taking?
Yeah, there's inmates right there. I saw them washing this vehicle.
Are you taking pictures of?
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story. It's investigative journalism.
You got a ID on you?
What type of ID do you mean?
Driver's license, any type of ID. What's your name and date of birth?
Well, let me explain to you. I'm standing on a public sidewalk, taking photos out in public.
And that's fine. I asked you for your ID.
I understand, but if I'm not being detained, I'm not going to produce any identification.
Well, sir, you need to move along there. Like you said, this is city property, so you need to move along. City right away.
What would happen if I don't move along?
You go to jail.
For what?
For what?
Yes.
Because I've asked you to move along. You taking pictures of a facility that.
Is that illegal?
We don't know if you're staging a breakout.
I'm not staging a breakout. I told you I'm a journalist gathering.
And then at this point, it's loitering because I asked you for ID and you can't produce any.
You got
13 and 109, if you could be in route, please.
Are you actually?
What's that over there?
Are you trying to trespass me from a public sidewalk?
No, I'm asking you to walk along. Keep moving.
I'm not going to keep moving. I got a job to do, so I'm out here to do my job. I appreciate if you didn't. I appreciate if you didn't interfere and obstruct my rights.
He out here take a picture of the prison and inmates don't want to produce ID.
Why are you doing that, sir?
Verify who he is.
I've explained to the officers.
No, explain it to me.
And I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing is I'm a journalist gathering content for a story. Investigative journalist gathering content for a story. And beyond that, investigative journalist gathering content for a story. And if I'm not being detained, I'm not going to produce any ID. It's none of y'all's business who I am. It's none of y'all's business what I'm doing. It's an investigative story.
You need to produce something. Don't tell me it's none of my business. You out there taking pictures of a correctional facility.
That's right.
And we want to know why.
And I was taking pictures of the inmates right there. I've just explained to you why. I'm an investigative journalist gathering content for a story.
But you produce the investigative journalist ID as well.
This is my identification. A number I can call, or something.
Like I said, it's none of your business. Unless I'm being detained, I'm not producing any ID. As a matter of fact, if I'm free to go, have a nice day. Am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go.
I'm not free to go. So I'm being detained.
No, sir, I need to see some ID.
Okay, well, if I'm not being detained, have a nice day.
I need to see some ID.
Sir, I'm either being detained or I'm free to go.
You're actually committing obstruction right now by not giving us an ID.
Okay, what's going to happen if I don't produce ID at this point? What will happen?
I'm waiting on that.
I'm not refusing.
Or standing on the sidewalk.
He was alleged to have been in the parking lot. Now I personally didn't see it. I didn't see it, so I don't know. When I came out and encountered him, he was on the side.
Am I being detained or am I free to go? It's one or the other.
No, I need to see my ID.
Officer. I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
He got this off YouTube. Exact same subject, did this exact same thing on YouTube.
Right, this is
comical, and then he wants to write about it, and this is
This is because you guys are infringing on my First Amendment rights. This is a public sidewalk. This is constitutionally protected activity. I've explained to you that I'm a journalist.
And you never stepped foot off the sidewalk?
I have never stepped foot off the sidewalk.
You would have an ID tag. You would have something.
I do have an ID tag, but what I'm telling you is it's none of your business. I'm not producing ID unless I'm being detained.
For security purposes, yes.
So, there's also a gentleman. He recorded down there. Yeah, he's recording right down the road. He has a camera.
Am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go.
So I'm being detained.
You're not free to go.
I'm not free to go.
Okay, this is not a public building.
That's not a public building.
It's not
It's a state correctional institution, man.
Okay,
You're Tiffany
and for
Parsons?
Yes, Tiffany Parsons.
What's your badge number?
37, Gadsden County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you.
Phone number 627-9233.
relax.
And if you need anything
Relax.
further, I can give
Okay,
it to you.
relax.
This is a security issue because
This
we
is
have
a First
prisoners
Amendment
in
issue.
here.
This is a constitutionally protected right, safeguarded by the First
Once
Amendment.
you come off the sidewalk, it's a security
I've never been off the
issue.
sidewalk. Have you seen me off the sidewalk? Have you witnessed me on their property?
Videotapes. Can you
Go
guys
request
get
it.
a sergeant or lieutenant and let's just view the videotapes?
I have my chief of security in there.
Okay, because if you step
I never stepped off the sidewalk.
we have a big issue.
I never stepped foot off the sidewalk. I've been on the sidewalk the whole time. If I'm free to go, have a nice day.
You're not free to go
So I'm being detained.
temporarily.
For what reason? What's your reasonable articulable
Because I'm
suspicion?
conducting an investigation.
Based on what? What am I doing that's
I'm
illegal?
conducting an investigation.
What's your
and
reasonable-
my badge says that I can.
What's your reasonable
and you
articulable
will
suspicion?
Be quiet.
What is your reasonable
I'm
articulable
conducting an
suspicion?
investigation.
Based on
I'm
what?
conducting an investigation based on
What
a potential security issue.
Potential security issue.
Potential security issue. That's
I've-
right.
I've explained to
Until
you-
I see the tapes, I have right to see the tapes. And after I see the tapes,
So you're going to
if
detain
you-
me until you see the tapes?
Can you shut up long enough for me to finish talking?
That's not very nice.
I don't give a.
Okay.
Until I see the videotapes, I am officially conducting an investigation. Once I view them and I see that you never step foot on this property, you are free to go.
What's your reasonable articulable suspicion that I stepped foot on that property? What's your reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime? Did you take an oath upholding and defend the Constitution of the United States, ma'am? Are you aware that this is a First Amendment right? Are you remaining silent?
I am pleading the fifth. How about that? Isn't that great?
That's great.
I can't drive because I have nerve damage.
We've got your white vehicle from St. Johns County, and I have all of your driver's license information. Your license is, in fact, disqualified. Now that I have both of your information, the warden of this property wants you officially trespassed. Do both parties understand and acknowledge that you are trespassed from this property from this point forward? I have a property receipt for you, sir, because your phone was found and I'm turning it over to you.
Okay.
Here is your property receipt. Glad to get that back to you. Glad we could identify both of you. You have officially been trespassed from the property again. I'm iterating that for a second, third, and fourth
Me?
time.
I've trespassed?
You are trespassed, Mr. Thomas James Covenant and Mr. Jeffrey Gray from St. Johns County, St. Augustine. You're trespassed as well. Okay?
I understand.
Okay.
Think it will work?
So go ahead and go back to your car and put the keys in there.
I'm going to stand right here on the sidewalk and take pictures till I'm done.
The First Amendment protects the right to photograph anything in plain view in public spaces, including police and government facilities. This is considered a form of public oversight of our government and can't be deemed suspicious or criminal. Police cannot turn a constitutionally protected right into a crime, but these cops in the following clips are either uninformed or just plainly do not care about our rights or the oath they swore to protect.
Can I help you?
That's what I'm trying to find out, if I can help you. Your
No,
name
sir.
Goins?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, close your camera and start walking. I think you've been told to stay off this property. You have no reason.
I'm on public property.
You have no reason to be videotaping that police department, and I'm going to ask you one more time nicely to move on, sir. If you think I'm telling you something wrong, then you can appeal above my head about it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, you do that.
I'm on public property, on public
you're about to
sidewalk.
be in a public jail. That's where you're about to be. You're a suspicious person at this point, sir. Most sane individuals wouldn't stand and videotape the rear of a police department. You were at the gas pumps last week. Now you're back. That goes outside the realm of public property and just doing it for the fun of it.
No, sir.
Show me some ID.
Am I being detained?
You are being detained. What is your hang up anyway? Did somebody give you a ticket or something that you thought was unjust? You can't get enough women on your own? You want to be a policeman? Is that it?
I don't think so.
That's it. Looking 18 all the way.
Okay, commercial driver's license. Who do you work for?
I don't work for anybody.
Don't
Commercial
work.
driver's license. I work for John Deere.
This is Mr. Goins that they sent out the email about the other day.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
He doesn't have anything better to do than hang around at the rear of a police department videotaping.
That's
I
your
love to be
opinion.
on camera.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I like being on camera.
Appreciate it.
But see, in this day and age, we have to make
Has nothing
sure
to do with it.
we have to make sure that there's
Has
not
absolutely
some
nothing to do with
weirdo. Oh yeah, it does have a lot to do with
Nothing
it.
to do
Videotape
with
me.
it. Has nothing to do with it.
Videotape me.
I can, from the public sidewalk, I can videotape anything I see in public.
Necessarily, sir.
Absolutely necessarily.
We perceive you as a threat,
That's up
right.
to you.
And we can
That's up
act
to you.
on that.
That's up to you.
and we can act on that.
I can videotape anything
And we
or
can act
photography,
on that.
anything from
No, you
public
cannot.
property. Yes, sir.
You cannot.
Yes, sir. What's the law?
You cannot.
State the law that says I cannot.
And I'm telling you, you cannot.
You don't have the authority to tell me I can't. If it's not against the law, you have not have the
You are
authority
a
to tell me.
suspicious person right now, and you could be dangerous for all I know.
You have all my information from last week.
What is your hang-up is my question. I'm going to ask you on camera.
There is no
Mr. Goins,
hang-up.
What is your malfunction that you are
There is
preoccupied
no
with the
hang-up.
police department?
No hang up.
What is your malfunction, sir, that you are so hung up with the police department?
What is your malfunction that you're so
I'm
panicked?
working. I'm working.
No, sir, you're
what
not
I'm supposed
working.
To do
You're-
is to protect and serve. Right now, I consider myself protecting this parking lot and the department that my officers report to.
Okay.
You have nothing better to do than stand on a sidewalk and videotape the police department?
No, sir.
Then you are a sad individual.
Thank you.
Are you married?
I am not.
You are not. You have kids?
I do.
You do. Would they be real proud of their father right now?
I think they would, yes.
You would. Why don't you call them and ask them?
No, I don't
Tell
really
them and
call
say,
them
hey,
that.
Daddy's been called twice within the past couple of weeks.
Call.
Or do you even know their number?
Call.
Do they even have
Call.
in contact with you?
Call.
I'm asking you.
Call. I'm in public. I'm not hiding.
Yeah, but what are you doing?
I'm videotaping.
Why?
That's. I'm not obligated to tell you that.
No,
Not obligated
why?
to tell you
Why? You don't know why.
Not obligated to tell you why.
Are you on medication?
That's none of your business.
Should you be on medication?
Also none of your business.
Maybe we need to get him transported for commitment. You may be a danger to yourself, Mr. Goins.
Also none of your business.
Yeah, it is some of our business. That's where you're messing up.
Okay.
I've got a car coming and we'll see if we can get him transported. You can go voluntarily or we'll go to the magistrate's office and explain to them that you've been caught twice within the past 2 weeks videotaping police operations, gas pumps, which would be considered a threat. As a matter of fact, hang on, I know somebody who would love to talk to this individual.
Are you where are you walking from? I mean, do you walk downtown?
I'm not going to answer any more questions.
That's fine. You can record just like these fancy new cameras. Mine's recording too.
Thank you. How do you like those?
They're a great investment. I think everybody ought to have them.
Everybody but the public.
I mean, the public actually you can get them. Verizon makes
It's
little
really
ones that
sad,
people.
Mr. Goins. A man of your age has nothing better to do on a Saturday than stand and lean against a pole and take pictures of productive people. Maybe that's the crux of why you're doing this. Are you jealous? Did you not become what you wanted to become when you were a little boy? I think I hit a nerve. I feel sorry for you, sir.
That's your prerogative.
I know it is, and I'm going to exercise it.
This is a bad reaction to a camera, though, don't you think?
I haven't given you a bad reaction. I'm just telling you what while we're out here.
Mr. Goins, where do you live?
It's on the license right there.
Oh, that's not what I asked you what's on the license. I said, where do you live?
4900 Pine Hall Road, Walkertown, North Carolina, 27051.
And you don't work, correct?
I do work.
Where do you work?
I work for TM Logistics in Kernersville, North Carolina.
When's the last time you worked?
Friday,
What time did you get off?
4:30.
What's your supervisor's name?
Not going to give you that information.
Why not? You're all about access.
They're public servants, yes.
Okay, you said the name of the place is what?
TM Logistics.
DM Logistics. I'm sure they'll know who you work for. You understand, we're just calling to make sure you're okay, that we shouldn't fear you out here on this public sidewalk.
No, sir,
And
you should
whatever
not.
they garner from our conversation has nothing to do with us. If they just deem you maybe unstable, that has nothing to do with us. You realize that, right? TM Logistics in Kernersville. And you worked yesterday, correct?
I did.
What time did you get off?
4:30.
When do you work again?
That's irrelevant to the conversation.
You're all about access and openness, but you don't want to answer
I'm
anything.
not a public official, sir.
What are you?
Private citizen.
On a public sidewalk?
Yes,
So
sir.
answer the questions.
That's enough. You've got enough.
Oh, we got plenty.
I've gone more than I'm required to do.
Mr. George Jenkins will be in touch with you
Thank you very much.
within the next day or so.
Okay.
And you stay out here as long as you want.
Thank you.
Actually, it's better if you stay out here where we can keep an eye on you.
Thank you.
You are...
Why does it draw such a reaction when I come in to record?
You are a strange individual. That's why you draw such a reaction.
Really?
This is not normal behavior, Mr. Goins, despite what you may think.
It should be, though.
To stand out in
It should
30-degree
be.
weather. No, it shouldn't be.
Yes, sir, it should.
No.
Yes, sir.
I know you're going to cloak yourself in the Constitution and talk
Yes,
about your
sir.
rights, right?
That's right.
Nobody's talking about your rights. I agree.
You're
You should
violating
have,
them.
You should have
You're
every
violating them.
right.
You violated my
You should
rights
have
today.
Every right.
No.
And what I'm saying is it's unusual behavior.
I should have
to stand
every
out
right
in
unless I
30
record the police.
In 30-degree weather.
Unless
to
I
stand
record the
out.
police, I should have every right.
Well, until we find out why you're recording the police, you're right. But you know what?
But
You
it's
seem
not your
harmless
business.
Enough. It absolutely is.
No, sir, I'm not obligated to tell you why I'm recording
You
anything.
absolutely are.
No, sir.
You could have
Absolutely
full
not.
intention, sir. And until we find out
But
otherwise,
even if I did, it's
You know
none
what?
of your
It's- I
business,
should be talking
and I'm
to-
not obligated to
Mr.
tell
Goins.
you why I'm here.
I could talk to this pole and
Yes,
get
sir.
more logic.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
stand there and hold that pole up straight
Okay?
in this nice weather.
Okay.
You enjoy yourself. Okay. I
Okay.
hope you don't get sick.
I appreciate
Hope you don't
that.
Get pneumonia.
I appreciate that.
But we'll be in touch with you.
Cops harass citizens for recording in public, even though it's a constitutional right.
Right now, I'm just asking you some questions.
For what purpose?
For actually filming down back there in our private parking area.
Okay, is that a crime?
It is right now. Do you have your ID?
No, it's not a crime right
Okay.
now.
Can you grab your ID for me, please?
No. Am I being detained for a
206
crime?
dispatch. We'll be out with a party. Maine and
Am I being detained?
presently right now,
For what?
so I can figure out what's going on.
That's not a crime.
Okay, why don't you grab your ID for me?
No.
You're refusing to
Why
ID.
why don't you tell me what crime I'm committing?
Okay, right now, you're a suspicious party.
That's not a crime.
It is a party right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
It's not a crime.
Okay, why don't you grab your ID for me so I can identify you?
No.
You're refusing to be ID'd right now.
That's correct.
Okay, sit tight for just a second.
And your name is Peck, badge number 7099.
Are you okay? Are you having a medical condition?
I'm fine.
Okay, because you're shaking quite a bit.
Yeah.
Are you on any drugs right now?
I'm talking to an armed guy who's
Okay, I'm
threatening
a police
me, so,
officer.
you know,
I'm a state
that's
certified
kind of a
police
reason
officer.
to be.
I haven't threatened you at any point. I'm just trying to determine what's going on.
Yeah, you've got your hand on your gun,
I have my hand resting
and
on my
you're
belt.
telling me I'm committing a crime, which I'm not.
Okay, you're a suspicious party
So
right now,
that's-
so I'm just stopping to speak to you.
Well,
Just trying to determine who you are, why you're filming the back area of the police department. That's all I'm doing.
okay. Well,
You're refusing to be ID'd right now. You're not going to supply your identification.
I'm not going to consent to anything.
Okay, I'm not asking you to consent. I'm asking you for your ID so I can verify
Well,
who
my
you
answer
are.
is no.
Okay.
You're asking me for it. I'm telling you no.
Sit tight for just a second. That's great.
Okay. What crime are you detaining me for?
You're a suspicious party right now.
Because you need reasonable suspicion that
Right.
I'm committing
And
a
you're-
crime.
Right. And
What crime?
You're a suspicious party right now, wandering around,
Okay.
filming a city
That's
building.
fine that you think
and
I'm
that's a little bit
suspicious, but
unusual.
what crime do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, I just explained to you. You can continue to talk in circles.
That's not a
fine.
crime. You told me it's not a crime.
I told you that you're a suspicious party who's walking around
But
in a
not
rear
of a
lot
crime.
filming personal
Just the
vehicles.
guy you don't like.
I've never met you before.
So what do you suspect me of doing?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm trying to determine right now.
Well, you need to have that to be able to detain me.
Okay, I'm not sure where
So
you got
right
your
now
law
you're
degree.
illegally detaining me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you
Conducting
are.
an investigation, I'm speaking to you.
You are illegally detaining me.
Okay.
If you're just conducting an investigation, I can go. But you
can't go
told
right
me
now.
I'm being
No,
detained.
you are while I conduct an investigation
So
to try to
you
determine
need a
who
crime
you are.
that you suspect me of committing.
Sir, I'm not going to talk over you. I'm going to explain to you what's going on right now.
I mean, I'm just explaining you should know the law. You're a police officer.
And I've already explained to you why I've stopped you to speak to you.
Okay, well,
Okay? So the only reason that I'm trying to speak to you is because you're walking around the police department, filming the private areas of the police department, the back of the building, the front of the building. I got to determine who you are.
I've explained to you the law that you need to know, so I'm not really going to talk to you
I'm not sure where you
anymore.
got your criminal degree or your law degree, but I think you might want to get your money back on that one, okay? Sit tight for just a second, sir.
This is Officer Schreiner.
What are you doing? Doing
What's your
all right?
badge number?
8666. How you doing? What's going on today? You're all right. You're shaking a lot. Okay.
Do you have identification on you? Are you a resident of Middletown? Sir? Are you suffering from a medical condition?
Are you physically okay right now? It's a simple question. Was he in the back?
Yeah, he was actually right up on the back sidewalk, filming the lower arcade.
Oh, we got a real disaster here.
You know why we're making contact with you, sir? Sir, are you aware why we're making contact with you?
I already informed Officer Peck that I wasn't going to speak to you anymore, so
I didn't hear you say that. I apologize. I missed you when you said that.
I made it pretty clear.
Did you hear what happened in Meriden not too long ago? Sir, did you hear what happened in Meriden not too long ago?
I already informed Officer Peck I'm not going to speak to you, so if you have something to say to me, fine, but I'd like to be on my way.
Down on the back sidewalk.
Be on your way in a second. I just want to explain to you why we're talking to you. Okay? I gotta do that. About 3 weeks ago, someone shot about 9 to 15 rounds off in the back of Meriden Police Department. Came cruisers hitting the building. Alright? It kind of heightens our awareness a little bit about people being around the back lot when it's unsecured and we have people coming in. Right? That's why we're Alright? It's the only reason I'm talking to you. I'm aware you didn't do anything. That's fine. Have a good rest of your day.
Okay. You are aware that you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. You just violated my constitutional rights. You're required to suspect me of a crime before you detain me. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
So, what crime did you suspect me of committing? Do you feel bad when you violate your oath? You swore an oath to protect us and to uphold the Constitution. Do you feel any guilt when you don't uphold that oath?
The Fourth Amendment requires that before stopping individuals, the police must have reasonable suspicion that a crime has been, is being, or is about to be committed. A police officer should not be stopping individuals without at least meeting this requirement. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment to keep the conversation going, and smash that like and subscribe button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm push these videos out for others to enjoy and helps grow the channel. See you on the next one. Peeps out.